Hey there, coming to you from the garage today with my Christmas crew behind me because I am about to get all of the Christmas off the shelves and taken inside and organized, and I'm going to start decorating for the holidays. Have you already started decorating? I know a lot of you have already told me that you were decorating this weekend, that you're decorating throughout the week and through the month of November, and I am doing the same thing. I am actually filming today so that I can share every single moment of the holiday season here from start to finish, and I'm really excited to get started. The first official decorating video of the 2025 holiday season here on my channel is coming this week, but as I prepare for that, as I film that for you, I wanted to give you a little something to have to watch if you're decorating, if you're looking for inspiration, if you just want to put something on the TV that will run for a long time or run over a few hours so that you don't have to change the video or change the channel. You can just pop something on that's festive, fun, and a reference for you to decorate alongside. I wanted to be that for you today. So this video is a marathon of all of my videos from Christmas 2024 from start to finish. Starts with the very first decorating video, which was my kitchen decorating video, and goes all the way through the Christmas home tour. It's over 3 hours, almost 4 hours of holiday decorating inspiration, DIYs, garland tutorials, tree decorating tips, just about anything and everything you may need to decorate for the holiday season. And at the very least, I hope that it keeps you company and keeps you a little bit entertained. If anything, there are very, very cute dogs. We had some puppy visitors last year that were so fun, and I just had a great time. I had a really great time filming last year, and this is a video that I like to make every single year. It's kind of selfish for me, if I'm being honest, because I'm such a sentimentalist. I make these compilation videos of years past in order of how I put the videos out that year, all in one, almost as like a scrapbook for myself, because I just love to have it. It holds a lot of memories for me, especially now that I share with you. I look back on those videos and I don't just think about the decor or my memories with my family. I actually think about like the conversations and the fun and the wonderful things that we shared here together on YouTube. It's just become really special for me, and I love to have all of those in one place, not just separate individual videos, but almost like a little time capsule from that holiday season that year. So I make this video for myself anyway, every single year, just to tuck away in my digital files. And I thought, you know what, maybe you're looking for something like this today or just during the holiday season to put on to feel festive. So I'm going to share it with you too. So I hope you enjoy this. I will of course see you again very soon this week, because as soon as I finish decorating one space and have the video ready for you, I'll have it up here on my channel. Lots of decorating inspiration to come for this season. I actually have on average 3 videos a week planned for the month of November. So we're going to do a lot of things this month, and a lot of decorating, a lot of fun holiday stuff. So I hope that you'll spend the holidays here with me this month, because honestly, what makes this so joyful and so fun during the season to share here with you is you. It's not just sharing the decor. It's being able to share it with you and talk with you and feel like we're virtually sharing the holidays together. So that's what means so much to me, and that's why I look forward to doing it again in 2025. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you leave today. It's completely free to subscribe to the channel. So make sure you hit that though, and turn the bell notifications on. And that way you'll know every single time I post a video this holiday season, because I'm gonna be sharing a lot and I don't want you to miss anything. Anyway, love for you to do that. Thank you for being here with me today. And I hope you enjoyed this marathon and this little look back on the very magical season that we had last year. Hey there, and welcome to my home for the holidays. Today we are in one of the spaces where some of the most fun and most delicious memories are made, and that is of course the kitchen. Now my kitchen this year, I am going for, you can see it behind me, is very gingerbread theme inspired, but that's not the theme this year in this kitchen. The theme in this kitchen is Mrs. Claus's kitchen. That's right. this is officially not my kitchen. This is Mrs. Claus's kitchen this year, and I am decorating it the way I think Mrs. Claus's kitchen looks in Santa and Mrs. Claus's house at the North Pole. I'm about to show you all the things. We've got a couple of DIYs to do in this video that I think you're really gonna like, and I just really hope you enjoy decorating with me, hanging out with me today. Hopefully this video brings you not only a little bit of holiday decorating inspiration, but a whole lot of Christmas cheer. So let's get to decorating. The first thing I wanted to do in here this year was add a bit of garland to trim the ceiling around the vent hood. I feel like this is a very traditional way of decorating for the holidays, and this year I really wanted to bring those traditional decorating elements into my home, especially with the theme that I'm going for this year. I actually just added a few small white metal hooks to my ceiling to attach this garland, but you can always use command strips if you'd like. I am adding one of my favorite striped holiday ribbons to the garland here. The technique that I'm using, I've shared many times over the past couple of years on my channel, so definitely check out my older Christmas videos if that's something you're looking for. I have lots of step-by-step tutorials in those on how to do this. I will have my full Christmas playlist linked in the description box below for you. Also, just a little tip, I suggest adding the ribbon before you hang the garland above your head like I did. The only reason I'm adding it after is because I decided it needed a little something after I got it up there. And to be quite honest, I did not want to take it down. Don't be like me, be smart and add your ribbon first, and it will be a lot easier to hang your garland in your kitchen. Okay, let's talk about this year's theme. I will be talking much more with you about the overall theme in my home in the next video, but the theme this year is Santa's house. After doing a very traditional and nostalgic Santa theme in my home last year, I was thinking about how I could reimagine all of that decor and essentially all the decor that I've collected over the years in my home this year. And I was inspired to transform every room into a space that you would find in Santa and Mrs. Claus's home in the North Pole. So of course, when I was thinking about all of that, I knew the kitchen had to be Mrs. Claus's kitchen. When I picture her kitchen, I picture a place filled to the brim with festive decor and delicious holiday treats. So I definitely wanted to bring that to this space. I think the floating shelves are the perfect place to display all of the beautiful gingerbread houses that she would potentially bake for Santa and his elves. I also feel like Mrs. Claus is definitely a traditionalist and a maximalist when it comes to Christmas decor. So that is what this space is going to be. I know you're probably not surprised. I'm always a maximalist, but now I have an even better excuse because I'm just channeling my inner Mrs. Claus. Went to Walmart the other night, and while I was there, I just ran in. I don't even know what I ran in for. It wasn't Christmas related, but you can't go into a store this time of year and not just, just glance over at the Christmas aisle, right? Well, I checked out the Christmas candles while I was there, and they had, kid you not, Little Debbie's Christmas candles. But not only that, they had the Christmas cakes. So I had to get it. It smells amazing. It does smell like cake. It smells like a vanilla box cake topped with vanilla cream cheese frosting. That's what it smells like. Anyway, I just had to get this candle and put it in here because I thought it was so fun and so cheery. I don't know if you know, but Mrs. Claus, before she was Mrs. Claus, was Little Debbie. Yeah, that's right. Santa married Little Debbie. I'm just kidding. I made that story up, but wouldn't that be fun if Mrs. Claus used to be Little Debbie? That's like a good story, right? Okay, I'm joking though, but I made that up, so don't go telling people that because that's probably not true. I mean, it could be, but it's probably not. So this large gingerbread house is actually from QVC. It is such a beautiful piece. I picked it up a few years ago. I'll try to link it if they have it back again, but I do know for a fact that they have very, very similar gingerbread houses of this size at the at-home store and at Hobby Lobby because I saw them when I was out on my shopping trip this year. I'll link that below if you'd like to see all the goodies I found out in stores this year, this holiday season. These two trees that I added in here in the kitchen this year were actually the same trees that I used on my kitchen island last year. They're part of a set of 3 trees that I found at Walmart. I tried to look them up this year to link them for you and they said they were out of stock. If something changes prior to me uploading this video, I promise I will put a resource down in the description box for you and get those linked.
The bases of these trees look like silver metal buckets. They're very rustic, and I just wasn't really feeling it with the decor in the kitchen this year, so I decided to go ahead and cover them up with a couple of tea towels that I have.
These trees actually came in 3 varying sizes, but I found out that if I swapped the middle size topper and the large tree topper, they end up being the exact same height. So I decided to use them to flank each side of my kitchen here because I really did want to put a couple of Christmas trees here decorated with all of the sweet gingerbread treats that Mrs. Claus bakes every day. I decided to try that out and it worked. Love to be able to put a full Christmas tree in my kitchen, but in this home I just don't have the space for it. The countertop trees will do, and I think they turned out very, very darling. I even added candy canes to it because I think it'll be fun when people come over, especially little kids. If they want to take a candy cane off the tree, they totally can. I love that. I used to love to do that as a kid. You know, when you'd go to someone's home and they had candy canes on the tree and they said, "You can have one." That was like the best thing ever.
Now I am just swapping out the mugs in my cabinet here. I like to keep all of the current season's mugs right here above the coffee maker. So I just removed all of the fall mugs, which you didn't see in this video, but I removed those and now I am replacing them with all of the Christmas and winter mugs for the season ahead.
Microphone is back so that we can do some good DIY tutorials today. I picture Mrs. Claus's kitchen to just have gingerbread, cookies, and houses, and essentially decor all over, right? Because she gets up and bakes batches of gingerbread joy every single day for Santa and his elves, and she's really, really good at it. So I'll be doing a couple of DIYs in this video today, and the first one we are going to do together is make these adorable gingerbread cookie wreaths. Really easy to make. We're gonna make these to put in the 2 windows I have here and on my cabinet doors. You only need a few things for this project. The first thing you need is a wired wreath. I chose the 10-inch since I am putting them in my windows, but you could go with any size to fit your space. I did pick mine up from Hobby Lobby, but I will have some from Amazon linked in the description below. You will also need some ribbon of your choice. I like to put my ribbon on my wreath first. You'll see in just a minute. I chose to use one of my favorite ribbons that I get just about every single holiday season from Walmart. It is a 2-inch wide wired ribbon, comes in a 30-foot roll. We used it in the garland up here, so we're gonna carry it through to the windows and the cabinets as well. Finally, you will need some faux gingerbread cookies. You can either buy them from Hobby Lobby like I did. These are actually ornaments, or you could make your own if you're extra crafty. I know some of you are, but I chose to go with a couple of snowflake gingerbread cookies. I think this would also be really adorable with little gingerbread boys or girls too. You will also need a hot glue gun, potentially a pair of scissors, and I put down a piece of cardboard just to protect my countertops. Since we are attaching the ribbons to the wreath first, I am going to cut and measure all the ribbon that I will need for all 4 wreaths. I already climbed up on the countertop and measured so that I know exactly how long I wanted my ribbon, and I cut 1 piece to size. So I'm just going to use that piece as a guide to measure the other 4. I am cutting them pretty long because I want to give myself some wiggle room. You can always cut some off. You can't add to. I gave myself a lot of grace. First thing I'm going to do is take my ribbon and run it through my wire wreath. Make sure it's even because I want my ribbon behind all of my cookies. And I'm going to start with my first cookie right here as a guide for the top of my wreath. Used about 10 of these ornament cookies each per wreath. Bought a couple of extra just in case. And the first thing I'm going to do is cut off all the little ribbons because we don't need those. I'm not going to worry about the little metal hooks because I can hide those as I add the cookies to the wreath. Okay, before I get started, I am going to lay out my design just to make sure that I'm on the right track with everything. Try to have it the way I want it, and I know how evenly spaced I need to make the cookies. This is the design I'm going with. You could always do something different. I like the layered look. Now that I like how it's looking, I am going to glue them down. These are about 10 inches, maybe 11 or 12 with the cookies on them. So they're small wreaths. I made them small because I plan to use them in the windows and on the cabinet doors, but you could always make a bigger wreath like this too. I think it'd be so pretty. Something like this above the vent hood would also be really, really great. Okay, so while we are waiting for the glue to dry on our gingerbread wreaths, I am going to move on to the next DIY that I want to do. I love a really good festive holiday apron for all the holidays and all the seasons. But this year I found one that was so incredibly cute and matched my theme so well that I knew I could not tuck it away in a drawer or hang it in the pantry, which is what I usually do with my aprons. I needed it to be out in the kitchen somewhere, hanging for the world to see when I'm not using it. So I decided to go to Hobby Lobby and look for a couple of wall hooks. The ones I found were a bit small for the space that I want to hang the apron on. And once I got them home, I thought, you know what? I really want that area to be special and make a little bit more of a statement. So I had this idea to take this gold frame that I already had lying around my house. I think I got this at Hobby Lobby. This is an 8x10 that I just had in my decor closet. So I went and grabbed this, and I thought it would be really fun to put the hook in the middle of the frame and just give the apron a really special place to hang in the kitchen. I did remove the glass already from this frame. I still have the backing in there, but I don't want just a white background. I want something special. So I decided, since I don't have any Christmas fabric, you might have some lying around. Christmas fabric would probably work better, but I'm just going to use this tea towel that I picked up this year. I picked up a set of 3 really adorable Christmas tea towels, and I really don't need all 3 of them out in the kitchen. So I'm going to use one of them to cover the back of this frame, and then we'll put the hook in the middle, and the apron will just have a really sweet moment in the kitchen. But let's get started on this DIY and see how it turns out.
So after I have laid out my fabric and centered the backing of my frame onto the top of the fabric where I'd like it, I'm just adding a bit of hot glue and then gluing the edges down. I did have to cut my tea towel a bit so that there wasn't too much fabric on the backing of my frame, but that was really easy. And then I did add a bit of hot glue, just a dab, right to the center of the frame so that it was attached to the fabric, so that when I add on my wall hook, it doesn't pull the fabric away from the frame and it sits nice and flat. To add my hook to the front, I am just, again, taking my hot glue gun, adding some hot glue to the back of the hook and putting it right there in the center of my frame. But this is a super simple DIY that I think anyone can do. And there you have it. We are ready to hang it on the wall with our apron.
Okay, most of the kitchen is decorated. Now I'm just going to add a few finishing touches around, and I just made this sweet little bow to put at the top of the vent hood just to kind of finish out where that ribbon meets the ceiling. And I didn't film it, and I thought, wait, I have got to show you all how to make this bow. It is really simple. I've probably made it on here before. If you don't know, I actually have 2 ribbon tutorial videos here on my channel. I'll link them below. They're very helpful for bows, all things ribbon. But right now, I'm going to show you how to tie these bows because this is the easiest bow you will ever make out of wired ribbon, I promise. Okay, all you need is 1 piece of ribbon. Doesn't matter the length. The length only matters depending on how large or small you want your bow, and a twist tie or gardening wire, but I like to keep my red twist ties or the white ones so that they blend in with my red and white ribbon. You're going to take your ribbon like this. I usually like to find the center just so I know where the center is, right? So I have it even. Then I'm going to take one side and I'm going to pull it over. I'm not measuring too much. I'm just making a little loop just like this. And I'm going to take the other side and I'm going to make another loop. Now these loops are a little big for my liking, so I'm just going to move them in until and eyeball it till they're roughly the same size, right? Not too difficult there. Okay, so I have my 2 loops and then the ends of my ribbon just sticking right out, right on top of each other, just like that. Now I'm going to take it and just pinch it together right there in the middle of those loops where they're even. That's all I did. Right where you pinch that in the middle, you're going to take your twist tie it tight right around. Easy breezy, easy peasy. Is it easy peasy? Easy peasy, easy breezy. Nonetheless, it's easy. Just do that, and then you're going to pull your tails down and just situate your bow just like you like it. And you have this very sweet, easy, beautiful bow that you can add anywhere you want. Now you can cut the tails of your ribbon, you can fishtail them, you can angle them. I know a lot of people like fishtail, I like to angle. But one other thing you can do, you can take another piece of your ribbon, a smaller piece, and wrap it right around the center here. I'm actually going to use a thinner ribbon because I don't want to draw too much attention. Oftentimes when you have this 2-inch wide ribbon and you make a smaller bow like this and then you add a piece to the middle, it looks a little thick. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So oftentimes when we make a bow like this, we'll take a little scrap piece of ribbon and we'll wrap it right around the middle, and then we'll hot glue it right on the back here. But the problem with this is this bow is kind of small, and this is a 2-inch wide ribbon. So when you put a 2-inch wide piece of ribbon in the middle, it just kind of throws off the vibe. You know what I mean? So instead of using the 2-inch wide here on a bow that's relatively small, I'm going to take a smaller piece of ribbon that's about 1 inch wide, this beautiful red velvet, and put that right around the middle. And then you have a much cuter little bow. Don't you think? It's much cuter that way. I am going to go hot glue this, and then we are going to put it up there on the vent hood and finish out the kitchen. Do I have it in the middle? You guys got to tell me. Yay, it's so cute. Do you love it? If you don't tell me you don't love it. So I was in Home Goods the other day and I found these really beautifully wrapped chocolates in these boxes, these Christmas chocolates. And so I bought them because, you know, there's always someone on my gift list that I want to give a little something to, maybe my favorite mail carrier, or I want to take a little something with me to the vet this holiday season when we have to go and give the 2 ladies at the front desk that we love so very much a little something. So I think these are perfect for gifts like that, just to keep on hand during the holiday season. There's always someone on our list that we want to give just a little something thoughtful to. I definitely wanted to share them with you. I thought though, since they were so beautiful, it would be fun to keep them out in the kitchen. So I am actually just going to put them on display under these little trees. 2 there, and then we'll put 1 over here.
up the Christmas tree today? Can we share our tree with everyone on YouTube today?
The pups and I are officially trimming the tree that you see right here behind me, our main living room Christmas tree for the holiday season 2024. And of course, I will be sharing the entire tree decorating process here with you. So I appreciate you being here today and spending a little bit of your time here with us on YouTube. Now let's get to decorating.
What does baby Hank think of the tree? He loves it. Tell me you love it.
This is the moment that I realized I misplaced the plug-in to the wall for this tree, but not to worry, I do eventually find it in my tree topper box out in the garage, which is good news. However, when I found it, I accidentally dropped the tree topper and it broke, which is very bad news because I really love that tree topper. So we will have to get a new one this season, but at least today I can light up the tree. The first official tree of the holiday season is up in the house. Ain't she a beaut? Have you ever bought an artificial tree, gotten it home, taken it out of the box, fluffed it a little bit and said, that does not look like it looked in the catalog? I'm gonna tell you 9 times out of 10 what the reason for that is. It's usually not the tree quality. They're not tricking you. You're seeing the real tree, the real thing on their website or what have you. It's usually a matter of how you are fluffing the tree once you're getting it out of the tree bag or the box that it came in. So today, before we get to decorating on all the things, I did want to share a few I want to share a few of my tree fluffing tips that I think will really help you out if that is a part of the process that, one, you don't enjoy, because I don't know if any of us do, and 2, if you always just feel like you fluff and you never get anywhere. I understand, and I got you. There is a bit of a method to the fluffing madness that will hopefully keep you sane and make the process go a little faster. First things first, always try to wear gloves and long sleeves. And if you need to, maybe even some glasses or some safety goggles. I can't tell you how many times I've almost poked myself in the eye because I really get up in there, but you know what? I probably should put my glasses on for future tree fluffing. Make sure you're wearing the right things to protect your arms and protect your hands. Those little tiny cuts are no fun. They hurt, and usually you don't know you have them until you go to use hand sanitizer and you remember, oh yeah, I got the Christmas tree out last week. I like to fluff as I go along. Now this tree, when I set it up, is a little bit different. This is a Balsam Hill flip tree. Other trees though, traditional trees, I will usually put the base in first. A lot of them come in 3 parts. I'll put the first part on, fluff that, move on to the second, fluff that, and move on to the third. That's a really easy way to do it all. I didn't do that here today with this flip tree just because I got way too excited and I needed to immediately put it together. When I start to fluff, I always focus branch by branch and I go from closest to the stem of the tree and work my way out. So I'm gonna start with the pieces that are closer to the inner of the tree and I'm gonna fan them out. Usually a great tip if you are fluffing a branch is to 2 out, 1 up, one down. That's kind of how I go with it. One out, one up, one down. I kind of say that to myself in my head from time to time when I'm fluffing, especially at the base of the tree. When you're going deep in there, you want to fill in those gaps from the trunk out. It's much, much easier to make your tree look more full that way. Just remember, one out, one up, one down. So I'll start there and then I work my way towards the outer limbs of the tree. You'll notice I did not turn the lights on this year as I was fluffing the tree. And that's something that is really helpful. Make sure your lights work before you go through all of that work. But I turn them on and then I turn them off because I want to make sure that I see all the gaps. And sometimes when you have that light around a branch or two, that light from the lights on the tree can camouflage that. So I just turn them off and I rely on the lighting coming through my back window over there to see my gaps. So you can still kind of see a few if you look. I've got a couple, got one there, but that's okay because we are decorating it and we're filling it in with ribbon and some really beautiful ornaments. So now, if you're like me and you purchase a tree from a place like Balsam Hill or anywhere for that matter, a lot of these major tree brands have trees that are different species, different styles, I guess. They're faux, but you know what I mean, right? They're different types of trees. This is a noble fir. And if you notice, I'll show you the picture of the noble fir on their website. I'll put it right here. And you notice the branches on the outer edges tend to curve down, which is something I really, really love about this tree. It's one of the main reasons this is the tree that I chose to go with last year. I love the way it looks really natural and really beautiful, like a true noble fir. But you need to know when you buy these higher end trees, they still need to be fluffed. It's just like pulling a wreath or an arrangement out of a box. You've got to fluff it to make it nice. With this tree, you'll notice the branches on this tree that are intended to curve down are actually fully wired all the way to the tip, which is fantastic because that means that you can really manipulate that branch any way you want. It's great because then you can get that droop, that natural droop on every single branch. Now you're probably thinking, who has time to touch every single branch on their Christmas tree? Well, you do if you're committed, my friend. Here's the thing. I'm always happy with the way my trees turn out in the end, and part of the reason is because I take the time to fluff them properly in the beginning. Now, there is no right or wrong way to fluff your tree. The right way is the way that you think looks the best, that works the best for you, but these are things that help me. So what kind of decorating bestie would I be if I didn't share them here with you, you know? Okay, now let's go get the ribbon bin and see what kind of ribbon we want to add to this tree. I'm about to start on my ribbon, which is typically the first thing I do prior to decorating. I don't quite know exactly what style I'm going for on the tree. I'm just gonna kind of let it evolve. I have a little bit of a vision in my head. I know everything that I'm using on the tree this year, but I'm not quite sure about the ribbon style just yet. So you will find out as I do. We're going to figure it out together. So last year, if you saw my decorating videos, I'll link the marathon in the description box below so you can see all that decor in case you missed it. But last year I used this same red velvet Merry Christmas ribbon coupled with this beautiful tartan. These are both from Balsam Hill. I believe they have a different tartan this year. I didn't see this one in stock, but they still have this beautiful red velvet and gold Merry Christmas ribbon, so I'll have it linked below if you're interested. But I used this on the tree last year, and I made these kind of large grand bows and used them as statement pieces around my tree. And this year, especially with this year's theme being Santa's actual house, I wanted it to feel very, not only nostalgic and familiar, but at home. And the way I picture Mr. and Mrs. Claus to decorate is very traditional, yes, very maximalist, but also very collected over the different years and the different different decades. Santa is magical and obviously hundreds of years old. And so to me, putting ribbon like this on the tree is very traditional, and I really, really love that. It's a little more understated than the bows, but this ribbon is such a statement on its own that it still really pops on the tree. I didn't just wrap the tree all the way around, specifically because this is scripted ribbon. I wanted to put emphasis on the Merry Christmas script. I wanted it to almost look like banners within the tree. Do you see the vision? Do you see the vision? I know you see the vision. It's intentionally not perfectly wrapped around the tree because, again, we're giving it that very at-home traditional tree feel. I have this one piece. I guess I'm going to have to cut it. I really didn't want to. And when I cut my script ribbon, I like to cut it like at the end of a word. I never try my best to not cut it off if I don't have to. I just kind of measured as close to the middle of this piece as I could, just cutting right between the words here so that I have two pieces with complete script. So as you can see, this one starts in Christmas, but Merry Christmas and then Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas! Each year, I love adding candles to the Christmas tree. It's a tradition that I think really complements a very classic Christmas tree in a lot of ways. One of my incredibly talented friends over on Instagram, her name is Amanda. I will put her Instagram here on the screen and in the description. She is a fantastic seasonal decorator. She shared her Christmas tree on stories earlier this month, and she clustered her candles on her tree like this, which is a style that I've always really, really loved. It's very Victorian, very elegant, and I thought it would be the perfect touch to my tree this year as well, so I decided to do the same. Thank you, Amanda, for reminding me of this beautiful way of decorating. It gives the tree just a bit more of an elevated look, but it's still understated, which I love. Plus, doing something like this is very simple, but also a great way to use those small things that you probably already have in your collection. As you know, typically I would have put my ribbon on and then moved on to my ornaments, but because I wanted to intentionally place the Christmas tree candles in a very specific pattern on the tree, I went ahead and did that prior to putting the ornaments on. That's one reason that I always like to plan out and sketch out my tree in my planner prior to decorating, especially if I have an idea in mind as to how I want to do the tree or the type of style of decorating I'm going with that year, or if there's something specific I want to add to the tree. I like to just write that out or sketch it out prior to actually getting out the decor and decorating, because then I save time. There's often things that need to be done at a specific place in the process that make them a lot easier to accomplish. Had I put all of the ornaments on already and then gone in with the candles, it would have been a lot more difficult to get the candles exactly where I wanted them. I would have probably ended up moving ornaments and things around, and this way I won't. I've got the candles exactly where I want them, and now I can move on to adding in all of my favorite ornaments onto this tree. So let's do it. So right now, as you can see, I am just bringing in all of my ornament boxes. These are the same ornaments that I used here on my living room tree last year. They are just all so classic. I knew last year when I picked them up that I would be using these here for many, many years to come because they really are such timeless pieces. All of my ornaments are glass, so I do take the time at the end of the season to wrap and store them properly. So of course, it does take me a bit of time when the holidays roll back around to get them all out. Full transparency, honesty, this is probably the part of the tree decorating process that takes me the longest outside of fluffing, I would say. Since I filmed this, I know that it took me a little over 33 minutes just to get all of these pieces out, but I honestly didn't mind because I enjoy this part so much. I just love seeing everything I have before I begin to decorate, and unwrapping them all just makes me so excited. I think it's because it reminds me of being a little girl at Christmas time and the excitement that I felt when my mom would say, "It's time to trim the tree," and she would bring out all of those bins into the living room, and my sister and I would just have such a great time unwrapping all the ornaments that had been collected over the years, some of the ones, of course, that we made that we were very proud of. Those are just such sweet memories. If my sister did not live so far away, I would have loved to invited her over this year to come decorate with me. That would have been so fun. This whole time change thing and it getting dark at like 5:30 is just completely messing with me. It's dark outside. It's only about 6 o'clock. What? Is it not messing with you too? Are you not like so over the time change? You are. Me too. That's why I'm talking about it. Okay. Can I tell them about that we're going to continue to decorate the tree? Okay. Let me put you in the chair so they can see, because they can't even see you. Okay. Hank, are you naughty? You want to be naughty? Okay. Don't give it to me. Whoop. Hank, can we tell them that we're going to continue to decorate the tree? Do you need down? Don't jump by yourself. Do you need Mom to help you? Okay. Give me this now. Okay, it's officially getting dark outside. We're still decorating the tree, but since this is the first official tree of the holiday season, it's a celebration, right? So I thought I would make myself a little Christmas cocktail. I actually got this really amazing PR package recently and I wanted to try it out. So I'm basically using this as an excuse to try this vodka that was sent to me. But let's make a cocktail. Look how cute the PR package is. I'll show you.
Can you see that? How cute is that? So fun. I'm really excited to try this out. It also says on here that there's like no gluten, no chemicals, no grain, no nightshades, no glycerin or artificial additives, which is always really important to me regardless of what I'm putting in my body. So we are going to try to make one of their recipes today. This, how cute. How beautiful is this bottle? Let's open this up. Okay, let's taste test. Cheers. It's good. Now, I made this very spur of the moment, but if you were making a cocktail, you could always use some frozen cranberries in this. It would be really, really nice. But yeah, it's really good. The vodka tastes great. Hank wants to go to bed because it's dark outside. When it comes to actual ornament placement on the tree, I always say use as many or as few ornaments as you would like. You really have to do what feels right for you because it is your tree after all. But when it comes to my main living room tree, I personally always go for a very classic Christmas feel in here. I want it to feel like a tree you would actually find in a home, not necessarily a professionally decorated tree you might find in a department store, which I also love, by the way. You know I love a decked out tree, but that's just not the vibe I go for in this particular space for this tree, because this is the tree that I gather around with family and friends and of course the pups. So I want it to feel very nostalgic, very homey, and just very classic. finish out the tree in here, I just added a tree skirt. I've had this one for a while. It's from Walmart and they have it again this year, so I'll link it below. And I also added my Christmas train because you know Santa and Mrs. Claus have a train around the bottom of their tree for sure. And of course, I have the best train conductor Minky here, making sure the train stays on the tracks for Christmas this year. She was so excited about this train. I love it. I love when the dogs enjoy the decor too, because they're my babies. The theme for this year in my home is Santa's house. Santa and Mrs. Claus's house, right? But today is a very exciting day because today I attempt to transform my living room into Santa and Mrs. Claus's living room. Can I do it? I don't know. You're gonna have to let me know how I did in the comments below. But we have lots to do, so let's get to decorating. I'm starting with my antique mirror today, and this year I decided to trim it with garland. I'm using 2 6-foot pieces of garland that I've had in my collection for a while. These are originally from Hobby Lobby. Also, to make this a little bit extra special, I'm adding some of my favorite red velvet ribbon to the garland you'll see here in just a bit. And I found this incredibly beautiful Merry Christmas banner this year from Magnolia Home. I am so in love with this banner. I think that it really is perfect for this year's theme. My vision for this space was to create a look that feels like it's been lovingly decorated over the decades with pieces that carry that charm and nostalgia of days gone by, just like I imagine old St. Nick's house would. The banner paired with the tree decor and a few other touches that you'll see later in this video really brings that old world Christmas feel to life in here. It just seems so timeless and magical, and I couldn't be happier with how this space turned out. I cannot wait for you to see everything at the end of this video because I hope you love it as much as I do.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Brittney, when did you put this garland up? I didn't see you put this garland up. And I know that you wouldn't decorate without filming it for us. Well, let me tell you what happened. I'm going to tell you what happened. The other night, I went to Kirkland's to get this Norfolk garland for my entryway, and I got home kind of late. Well, I say late, it was probably like 7 p.m., but it felt like, 12:45 a.m. because it was so dark outside. Anyway, I got home from Kirkland's, put on my pajamas, and then I was staring at the Norfolk garland and I thought, I wonder what that would look like on the mantle. I had already planned to do something very different on the mantle this year, so I just thought, you know what, I just want to see what it looks like because this is that viral garland that I feel like just about everybody has been talking about for the past couple of years, and rightfully so. It's amazing. I was just playing around with it. I set it up here. I literally just set one of the pieces up here and it looked like this. I thought, okay, it needs a little more fullness. This is actually 2 pieces of the 15-foot Norfolk garland from Kirkland's. I did this unintentionally, okay? I just set it up here to see what it would look like, and it just beautifully draped this way. Like, it just happened. This is Christmas magic, okay? So I added the second piece on top, and again, it just magically went up there like this. When I tell you, setting this garland up this way, it took me under 5 minutes. I wish I would have filmed it because I feel like no one's going to believe me. Because if you've worked with garland before, which I know that you probably have, you know that it is one of the things that will test your patience the most during the holiday season. I have never had an easy time. I've made it look easy on camera, but I've never had an easy time getting my garland up here. And this just, like a glove. My mantle is a stucco, so I can't really put any hooks or command strips on it because I don't want to pull on it or damage the mantle. I always usually run a wire behind at the base of my mantle shelf here just to attach my garland. And this year, I didn't even have to do that. When I tell you, nothing is attached to this. It is just sitting so nicely on the mantle. It's very secure. All I did when I put it up here to see what it would look like is bend the ends a little bit on each side, and it lives here now. Again, I'm sorry that I don't have it on film for you. And it was such a good moment too. This garland did not come pre-lit, so I just finished wrapping it in some fairy lights that I've had. I originally purchased them from Amazon. They're inexpensive. I will link them. Full disclosure, they're not my absolute favorite. The batteries do die frequently, but they're very easy to work with. But fair warning, they come with batteries. They die pretty quickly, sometimes within the season. So there's probably better options out there. I digress. The wreath actually came pre-lit, which is pretty cool. This is also the Norfolk wreath from Kirkland. I think the fairy lights that I have are a pretty good match for the lights that came in the pre-lit wreath, so I'm very happy about that. I did wrap the fairy lights very sparingly throughout this garland, simply because I feel like that's how the lights look on the wreath. You could always add more to the wreath and to the garland. I just wanted a very simple sparkle here, so that's what I went with. I know some of you like to light up the night, and I fully support that. So if you need more lights in your garland, I say shine bright, baby. So now that that's done, we're going to finish building out the mantle. I'm just going to play with it. I have a few candlesticks that I just picked up from Magnolia Home that I want to add to this side, something really simple. And then I'll just be adding in some pops of red. When we're done, maybe we'll add a little bit to the wreath, but let's finish this mantle out. Just using some museum putty to hold a few of my ornaments on top of the mantle in place. It is always a great little something to have on hand if you are a seasonal decorator like I am.
needed one of the ornaments to sit a little bit higher on the mantle than it would on its own, so I am just using a couple of coasters that I had lying around. When it comes to decorating, I always say use what you have. Sometimes it's all about getting creative with what's already on hand. As you see here, I am just clustering a few ornaments around the garland in a bit of a whimsical way. It is Santa's mantle after all. I mostly used ornament hooks to attach them, but for the larger ornaments, I opted for floral wire to make sure they stay securely in place and sit exactly where I want them to. I didn't go too heavy with the red ball ornaments because we are actually going to be adding a couple of beautiful Christmas trees to each side of this mantle here in an upcoming video very soon. And those trees will also be decorated with red ball ornaments. I wanted to keep the balance just right. I also decided to add a single red ball ornament to the center of the wreath. I think it's such a simple touch, but it really ties everything together and keeps the look here on the mantle very cohesive. To finish things off, I am adding the same red velvet ribbon that I used on the mirror garland to the wreath as well. When you carry the same elements like this throughout your space during this season, it really just ties that design together, and it truly helps you bring your theme to life in a way that just seems so much more intentional. This is officially now Santa's living room, so of course he keeps his two very important lists here. The Naughty and Nice scrolls you will see in this video are actually a DIY project that I made a couple of Christmases ago here on my channel. If you're interested in making your own, I will link that video for you so that you can check it out.
Then you know it's Christmas when the snow starts to fall. Then you know it's Christmas for the children above all. Then you know it's Christmas 'cause Santa's on his way. We'll stand under the mistletoe, and then it's Christmas Day. the joyful times we witness forever stays with us. Soon Rudolph hears his whistle and gathers all his friends. When Santa in his missive wraps the final gift, you know it's time for Christmas for each and every one. And you know it's Christmas when the snow starts to fall. And then you know it's Christmas for the children above all. And then you know it's Christmas 'cause Santa's on his way. We'll stand under the mistletoe and then it's Christmas Day.
That you cannot get to Santa's house without first going to the North Pole. So we will be transforming my entryway into a scene from the North Pole, polar bear and all. If you watched my entryway video from last Christmas, then you know that I wore my Christmas jammies to set up a few Christmas trees in there. So this year I thought, why not make it a tradition? So I will be decorating today in my favorite Christmas jammies. I say, you go put on some of your favorite cozy Christmas jammies and hang out with me for a little bit. What do you say? You may notice there's a new pup back here. Hey, Belle. Belle, say hi. I will tell you all about our little visitor here in just a bit, but we have lots to do today, so let's get to decorating.
Hey, Belle, do you want to do fun Christmas stuff? Do you want to do some fun Christmas stuff? Yeah, let's do some fun Christmas stuff today. Before we get started decorating today, I am so excited to introduce you to a very special furry visitor that we have. This is Belle, and she is the absolute sweetest little 6-month-old rescue. She is from our local shelter. Her mom adopted her in honor of Merengue, who you may remember is the other sweet pup friend that we have that sadly passed away this past autumn. So Belle has brought us so much joy, and she is just absolutely a delight to have around. She's playful, super smart, and she just celebrated that 6-month milestone on the 21st of this month. So definitely still a baby. She'll be staying with us for about a week while her mom is soaking up some sun in Hawaii. So she's joining the crew of pups and is already fitting right in. You know, Belle and I had to get our pre-tree setup play session in. So I hope you don't mind all the doggy spam in this video, but they were all just so cute. You will actually see Belle popping up in this video and the next video as we decorate for the holidays. I think we're definitely going to turn her into a Christmas loving pup by the time she goes home. What do you think? Toys in the living room for now. Come on, come on. We are kicking off the North Pole inspired entryway with 2 absolutely stunning 9-foot flocked Christmas trees from Fraser Hill Farm. I have had my eye on these trees for a couple of years now on Amazon, and I finally decided that 2024 was the year to go for it. And let me tell you, they do not disappoint. They're even more beautiful in person than I could have imagined. The flocking is so realistic, and they really bring such a magical snowy vibe to this space. I cannot wait for you to see how this turned out at the end of the video. These are just maybe my favorite all-time flocked Christmas tree. Dare I say it, because you know I have a lot of Christmas trees, but these are just so good. Fraser Hill Farm was so kind to send these to me, so a big thank you to them for helping my little North Pole entryway dreams come to life this Christmas.
Secure. Do you want some of my gloves? You want some of my gloves? My gloves, yeah. You like to do Christmas tree stuff. Christmas tree stuff. Yeah. But protect your hands. But protect your hands. Okay, watch out, puppy. Watch out, little puppy dog. We're moving and grooving. I think I'm allergic to it. Whoa. Pretty. You shake me? I love you. Let's not eat it. Don't eat it. Yeah! Look at his bell, isn't it pretty? So cool. Really tall. Amazing. All right. Let there be light.
Okay, you may notice the trees are now fluffed, and I actually put up this tension rod off camera. This is a 10-foot, well, it's really a 10-foot plus tension rod. We are attempting that viral garland tension rod hack that's been going around Instagram for the past couple of years. I'm sure you've seen it if you were on there, and I thought I would try it out this year. The space I have right here is exactly 10 feet wide, and I chose to go with this brown tension rod I found on Amazon, and then I am just using two different types of garland here to wrap around the tension rod. It was super easy. The first is what I'm calling filler garland, which was an inexpensive flocked garland from Walmart. I used 2 strands of that just to lay a base down on my tension rod, and then I am also using 6 pieces of 6-foot flocked Norfolk garland from Kirkland's. I mostly just utilized the branches on the filler garland to attach both garlands to the tension rod. However, on the ends and right in the center, I did put a couple of zip ties just to make sure everything was secure. I am adding a few fairy lights here as well. These are the same fairy lights that I used on the mantle. If you haven't seen that video, I will definitely leave it in the description box. I'm not going too crazy with the lights here. I just want a little twinkle. I don't want to take away from the trees.
your first video here with me, then you know about my favorite red velvet wired ribbon from Walmart. Well, I was in Walmart again the other day and I found even more red velvet ribbon. This is a 30-foot, 3.5 inch. My other is a 2-inch, I think. Is it 2.5? It's 2-inch velvet ribbon. It's got this great sheen on one side and velvet on the other. It's a little bit softer and the wire is a little more pliable than my other red velvet, so it is going to lay differently. All ribbon is not created equal. This is more of a fabric style ribbon, so we're going to use it here because I do want a nice drape. I am going to say that other one is still my favorite, but we've got a new one to try, so let's try it out.
Gather round, for it's Christmas time. A merry sound and the stars alight. Let us all rejoice when it's Christmas time, and our hope again made new. In the crowded streets calling Christmas time, the ones we meet wear their warmest smile. And from far away we hear bells that chime, stating Santa won't be late. And deep in our hearts we will carry a song, heard through the ages from angels on high. In the falling snow, all the Christmas lights bring a special glow on a special night. Every child awake, for at Christmas time there is magic in the air. It's a time for joy, it's a time for peace. Let's give a voice to the ones in need. Let us say a prayer, let this Christmas time bring the best of all in us. And deep in our hearts we will carry a song, heard through around, for it's Christmas time. A merry sound and the stars alight. Let us all rejoice when it's Christmas time and our hope again made new.
And here it is, our very own North Pole entryway. I did decide to move the North Pole sign and the polar bear over to the side facing the kitchen, just so I can enjoy them a bit more each day. But when I have visitors for the holiday season, I'll definitely turn them around to greet everyone and welcome them into the North Pole and Santa's house. But what do you think? Does it look like a little scene right out of the North Pole? I think so, but I would love to hear your thoughts, so let me know in the comments below. Before we wrap it up, I also wanted to quickly show you the different light modes on these beautiful Fraser Hill farm trees because I think they are so cool. They have so many options, so I'll just cycle through them for you really quickly. Also, one of my favorite features is the colored lights on this tree because they have pink. I haven't seen that on a Christmas tree in years, and I just love the unexpected pop of pink. It's very nostalgic to me. I think it's such a fun touch, and I think they did a really good job with these Christmas trees. Close your eyes for a moment and think about your favorite Christmas movie. Is it the twinkling lights, the cozy fireplace, or maybe it's the magic of that perfectly decorated town square? Whatever it is, today we are bringing that Christmas movie magic home. Because let's be honest, who wouldn't want their living room to feel like it was straight out of a Hallmark Christmas movie for the holidays? I know I do. If you clicked on this video, it means you probably do. So hi, welcome. My name is Brittney, and I am officially your holiday decorating bestie. I am going to be sharing with you all the ways I am bringing that Christmas movie magic into my home this holiday season. So cozy up and let's get to decorating. One way to truly capture that festive feeling in our homes is by weaving seasonal colors and textures into our linens and textiles. In my dining room, I love swapping out my usual curtains for these beautiful red velvet ones during the holiday season. It's simple changes like this that go beyond the usual decorations, adding that depth and a little touch of drama to the space. These thoughtful yet impactful touches are what gives our homes that extra magic, the same kind of magic that makes the sets of our favorite Christmas films so memorable. This year, I decided to add one of my beautiful Balsam Hill Silverado Slim trees to the center of the room here. This is a tree that was in my entryway last year. This is the 9-foot. I will be sharing my fully decorated dining area in an upcoming holiday video, but for now, I am just adding in the curtains and the tree to give the room a bit of a festive feel. I knew I wanted to use these pre-lit presents that I've had for many, many years in my tree somewhere in the house this year. I originally found them at Kirkland's. I've seen similar ones on Wayfair, so if I can find something that looks like these, I will try to link it in the description below. But I used to use these in one of my Christmas trees in my home every single year for many, many years. I don't know, almost like a decade ago, I want to say that I bought these presents and I've been putting them in the tree ever since. In the past couple of years, I've gotten away from it. So this year, I definitely wanted to bring it back, and I thought the dining room was the perfect place. I really wanted to keep this tree simply decorated, but also bring in that pop of red from the curtains and play off of the gift boxes in the tree. So to pull it all together, I decided to use my favorite red velvet ribbon. This is a ribbon that I find each year at Walmart. If it is still in stock, I will have it linked below. This is a 9-foot tree, and I ended up using 6 30-foot rolls of this ribbon total. I did pick up a couple new Balsam Hill Christmas trees this year to place around the fireplace. I just wanted to show you quickly how easy and delightful it is to set up a Balsam Hill Christmas tree. They make it so simple. They tag everything, which is nice. And I really love that they are always so thoughtful to include a tree bag, a bag for the stand, and gloves for fluffing the trees to protect your hands. It's always just so nicely done when it comes from Balsam Hill, and I really appreciate them sending me these 2 trees to finish out my fireplace this year. Often the reason those sets and scenes in our favorite Christmas movies are so visually captivating is the balance and symmetry carried through in the decor. So to create a cohesive and balanced look in my living room, I am adding these 2 beautiful Balsam Hill cathedral trees on either side of the fireplace. Their size is perfect for framing a focal point like a fireplace or an entryway. I will have them linked in the description below just in case you are interested. I think these trees frame the space perfectly and really help draw attention to the mantle. So to tie everything together, I added red ball ornaments to the trees, complementing those red ball ornaments I used in the garland and on top of the mantle as well. These lanterns here that you see around my fireplace are a few of the decor pieces that I actually get asked about the most here on my channel, and unfortunately I sourced these at a local store several years ago. However, I did have a very sweet subscriber a while back share a similar one that she found at Home Depot, so I will be sure to have that linked in the description just in case you're curious. They aren't exactly the same, but I do think they are a great option. I just love these lanterns here all year long, but I think they are giving a very small town holiday movie vibe right now. What do you think?
Christmas could bring tears to my eyes. Don't get me wrong, still enjoy full times. We're gonna sing this song. Look at the snow, it's Christmas.
In Christmas movies, it's never just the tree that's decorated. There's often garlands, ribbons, and wreaths and bows in every corner of the house. So add greenery to your staircases, add wreaths on your windows, and even hang garland on your mirrors. I added some garland to my front living room mirror last week, and now I am just adding some simple green wreaths to the windows. I think this really finishes the space in here and brings that movie Christmas house to life. What do you think? You'll have to let me know in the comments below.
And there's our mistletoe among all the gifts and all the Christmas cards. I think of you, don't forget.
Christmas movies always have those magical little nooks where characters sip hot cocoa or read a good book. So I'm making sure to add lots of cozy throw blankets and pillows so that the pups and I can cuddle up this season.
I ring a bell for those who have nothing. So lend a helping hand. And if you do the very best you can, it won't be hard to understand. And that's how we know it's Christmas for every girl and boy. And you can be sure it's tears of joy. Happy Christmas to you. It's Christmas for every girl and boy, and you can be sure it's tears of joy. Happy Christmas, happy Christmas, happy Christmas, happy Christmas to you.
Since I really loved how the Norfolk garland turned out on the mantle this year, and it was so easy to work with compared to other garlands, I decided to get some for my staircase railing as well. This particular garland that I'm using right now, I found on Amazon. It comes in a pack of 2. I ended up getting 2 packs of 2, so I'm using 4 pieces total. Each strand is a bit thin, in my opinion, on its own, so I am just doubling them up on each side. Before I placed the garland on the railing, I actually decided to zip tie the ends together just to make it easier to work with, and I think it really helped. of the things I love most about my favorite holiday films is those little, unexpected, whimsical touches that bring the movie to life. Since my theme this year is Santa's house, I thought it would be fun and a little magical to add his coat to this coat rack that I have. I also added the key to the North Pole. I think this is such a little fun area. It's the little details that truly bring a Christmas movie to life, and if I want my life to look like a Christmas rom-com this season, I couldn't forget to hang a mistletoe in the house. Touches like this to our home, we're not only decorating, but we're creating a feeling, a sense of magic and nostalgia and warmth that makes you want to curl up with your favorite blanket and your favorite people and watch those holiday movies that you've seen about 100 times that still hold that magic during the season for you. One of the reasons that I love sharing decorating videos with you so much here on YouTube is because helping you create a space that you and your family love and make memories in is so important to me. And it just makes me so happy to know that these videos, not only that you enjoy them, but they inspire you to do something similar in your homes. That is the biggest compliment you can give. And so many of you are always so kind in the comments and tell me those things, and I just appreciate you so much just for being here, for hanging out with me, for watching these videos and keeping me company during the holidays. You really matter to me, and I really appreciate your presence here. So thank you for being here today and always. I'm going to show you how I get this space ready to host for the holidays. Plus, I want to walk you through how to easily set a formal table for the season, one that is both functional for your guests and also beautiful for Christmas. For the centerpiece, I am keeping it simple yet nostalgic to complement the decor throughout the rest of the house. One of my most cherished holiday pieces is this vintage Christmas tree that originally belonged to my great aunt. I think using it as the centerpiece on the table where my family gathers this holiday season is going to feel so meaningful and special. I've also decided to carry the red ball ornaments from my mantle and other vignettes into this space as well. I just love how they pop here, adding a bright, festive touch that ties everything together so beautifully. let's set the table. If you've been here before, you know how much I love my Spode Christmas tree collection. It is a tradition I cherish every single year. My original pieces were passed down from my great aunt, but I also enjoy adding to my collection each holiday season. This year, I found some beautiful additions on Wayfair, which has become one of my favorite places to shop for Spode. Now I'm going to quickly show you step by step how I set a formal place setting. This is a place setting for a typical 3-course meal, so for a salad or soup to start, the main course, and then a dessert, and you also have a bread plate here. So I start by laying down my placemats as the foundation, followed by chargers to anchor the place settings. Next, I will add in my dinner plates, then the soup plates, and finally the bread plate just off to the top left of the place setting. Glasses always go on the right, and I place the water glass first and then the wine glass just to the right of the water glass. I of course also tucked a napkin off to the left side just to keep it functional and elegant. When it comes to silverware and remembering placement, the tip that I think helps me remember best is to always start from the outside and work my way in based on courses. So on the right I have the knife and the soup spoon, with the knife being closest to the plate, and on the left I have the salad fork on the outside and the dinner fork closest to the plate. I also like to add a dessert spoon right to the top of the place setting. To finish it off, I'm adding a teacup and a saucer, but this is completely optional. I just really like how it looks, especially with the Spode Christmas tree collection. With this method, you will have a formal place setting that I think is both functional and easy to create, and hopefully easy to remember for your next holiday gathering. This is definitely my go-to place setting, so I wanted to share it with you here today, just in case you were also getting ready to host this holiday season. Let me know if you are in the comments below. I also wanted to add a little something festive to the back of my dining chairs, so I am just using these adorable holly wreaths that I found earlier in the season. I am just adding a sweet little red bow to these wreaths, and then I am attaching them to the back of my fabric chairs with a 4-inch push pin. I also decided to add this bar cart here, which is another great find from Wayfair. Not only does it look beautiful in this space, but it is also super functional. I love that I can easily roll it in and out while I'm hosting, which makes it extremely versatile, and I am all about that when I'm entertaining. So it is perfect for storing extra dinnerware like coffee cups, dessert plates, or even napkins. But today I am setting it up as a quick coffee station to serve my guests coffee after dinner, and this way I won't be going back and forth with the coffee pot from the kitchen, and I can stay here and visit. finish out my dining area, I am just adding a centerpiece to my long dining table. This is a centerpiece I feel like I have done here before, but it is one of my go-tos. It is really simple, quick to create, but also very elegant and perfect for holiday entertaining. I am just adding a table runner. This runner is an antique from my great-grandmother, and then a couple of pieces of garland. I'm going to finish it out with some tapered candles and some red ball ornaments, and then we will be officially ready to host and entertain this holiday season. We are in my bedroom, my personal little winter wonderland for the holiday season. I just finished decorating this space, and of course I filmed the entire process to share here with you today. So I hope that you enjoy this video, and I appreciate you for taking a little bit of time out of your busy holiday season to hang out with me here. Thank you so much. Anyway, we have lots of decorating to do, so let's get to it. Let's get to decorating. We are starting today by adding this glitter garland to my canopy bed. I need to change my sheets, so this is the perfect opportunity to put this up without getting glitter all over a nice clean bed. I have had this garland pretty much forever. It was originally from Home Goods, and I've had it for several years. I actually have a matching wreath, which is really beautiful, but it somehow made its way to the attic at the end of last year. I saw it when I was bringing the trees down, and I forgot to bring it down, so I need to go back up there and grab the wreath also and put it on my door. Bella Coterie actually just sent me a set of sheets to try out. I believe these are made out of bamboo. They are so incredibly soft. I'm putting them on the bed here, but I can tell you, as I'm doing this voiceover, I have slept in these sheets and they are incredibly soft, and especially coupled with all of the bedding that you're about to see me put on this bed, which is very warm, cozy, thick bedding. These were really, really nice to have. They were very light and they stayed cool, but in a good way for winter. I'll have them linked. I appreciate this brand for sending these to me and letting me try them out. So pretty cool. Wanted to share them with you too. If you are curious about the rest of the bedding, I actually found the comforter set at Home Goods, so soft. And then the blanket that I put down is my absolute all-time favorite blanket ever. I get it from Walmart. They used to only make it in a throw and now they make it in bedding size. I have the king size and it is incredible. I will link it in the description for you. It is a Barefoot Dreams dupe, and I'm telling you, it's my favorite blanket of all time. I always mentally prepare myself when I'm getting out a tree to fluff it. I'm sure you do too. It's one of those things we've got to work ourselves up to the fluff, you know? I barely had to fluff this when I got it out of the box, which was kind of shocking to me. It is a flocked tree, but it says it's frosted, so it's more of like a lighter flock, and I love it so much. It's very, very wintry and magical. I noticed that it said this tree was featured in Dolly Parton's book, and I thought, okay, if it is good enough for Dolly, it is good enough for me. So I decided to put on a little Christmas movie before I started decorating the tree. And I clicked on the new Lindsay Lohan Netflix Christmas movie called Our Little Secret, and I just started watching it. And it is already so cute so far. Tell me in the comments below, have you watched it? It looks like it's going to be so good. I'm really loving seeing Lindsay Lohan make such a great comeback. I'm happy for her. She actually had a Netflix Christmas movie. I think it was either last year or the year before, and it's also really, really good. Can't think of the name of that one. But this one's called Our Little Secret, and it's so cute. I just paused it because I had to mention it to you if you're looking for a new, fun, lighthearted, romantic, kind of like a rom-com Christmas movie. It's cute. It's a good one. Okay, I'm on day 2 of Christmas bedroom decorating, and I got my tree set up on Wednesday. It is now Friday, the Friday after Thanksgiving. Wednesday, after I set up my tree and I refreshed my bedding, I also decorated my bathroom for Christmas, and it turned out so good. I will be sharing that with you in an upcoming video also, but that was filmed Wednesday. So we're gonna go back in time a little bit here and there because this week with the holiday is just kind of wonky, but today I'm just going to finish out the tree by adding some ornaments and then decorating my nightstands and just getting my room officially festive for Christmas. I'm so excited. I love how it's turning out. This year, I really wanted to go with a more romantic feel in here, just romantic, glam, something that's gonna carry me through winter as well. I can leave all of this out through January, which I'm really looking forward to. I kind of want the tree to have its moment. So I'm not gonna do too many things to it. I'm not gonna go too ornament heavy on the tree, and I actually decided to forego adding any ribbon to my tree first. I've decided to go with ornaments that I feel like are just statement ornaments that are all really beautiful but simple at the same time, because this is my bedroom. This is a place of rest. So I want the tree to complement that. I don't want it to be too busy or too overdone this year. So I decided to forego the ribbon, and we are just going to move right into the ornaments. I'll show you all of the ornaments that I picked up to use on my tree in here this year. The ones I'm probably most excited about are these mercury glass ornaments. They come in two different sizes. These are also from Balsam Hill. They come in large and a medium size. This is the large and this is the medium. They both come in a set of 12. I love that the large has the gold hardware and that the medium have the silver hardware on them here, because I am mixing my metals in this room this year. These beautiful snowflakes, oh, they're so pretty. They're stones. This Balsam Hill snowflake collection is gorgeous. I thought these would complement the mercury glass really well. And then I ordered this set. These are really pretty. They almost look patinaed. They're not, but they look it. I'm really excited. I think all of these together are gonna be a really nice moment on this tree. There's also some glittery ones in this collection. Just very beautiful, very thoughtful. So let's trim this tree. My tip for putting ornaments in the tree, actually tucking them inside, still stands, because even though I'm not doing a lot to this tree, I think still tucking pieces inside and giving it that depth really matters, and it makes it look just a little more finished, even when it's simple. Sorry, I have my TV remote because I had to pause it so I could tell you that, but just wanted to remind you that when you're looking at your tree, don't forget to tuck a few of those ornaments that you love inside. Just some thoughts there I wanted to share, but you don't have to do that. Do what you love. In case you want to know what I do, that's what I do. I do want to say just a very quick thank you as always to Balsam Hill for sending me such beautiful pieces and helping me bring so much magic to my home and to my channel during the holiday season. I truly appreciate them for all that they do here for me and for my channel and for us as a community. They offer us a discount code every season. I will have my code in the description box along with the links to everything here for you in case you choose to shop Balsam Hill and their beautiful pieces this holiday. Okay, I just finished the movie. It was so cute. You have to watch it. Let me know what you think. It was so adorable. Oh my gosh, a little Christmas love story. We love to see it. You have to watch it. finishing touch here, I'm just adding this beautiful coffee table book that one of my favorite designers to follow on Instagram, her name is Valerie Darden. She published this book, wrote and published this book recently, and she was so kind to send this to me. It is such a beautiful book. I've been flipping through it in the evenings as I have my tea. Well, lately it's been hot cocoa, but I've been flipping through, and this book is just so beautiful. And so I thought I would put it right here on this side of the bed to have it displayed here. She has done such a fabulous job. I know she poured a lot of love into this book, and it shows. The photographs in here are beautiful, but there's also incredibly helpful information and advice from a designer. She gives you room layouts, ideas for just about any and every space. So a really, really cool book full of a lot of great information and, of course, beautiful, beautiful photos. But I just wanted to share this with you. I think this would be a lovely gift for anyone that also loves interior design or loves decorating in your life. Also, a great, great hostess gift to take with you this holiday season if you have any parties to attend. What do you think about the bedroom? I love how it turned out. I think I brought at least my vision of a winter wonderland to life in here, and it's very dreamy, romantic, and I just love it. I'm going to really enjoy this room this holiday season, I think, and also into the new year, because I think this is a beautiful theme all through winter. Maybe I'll add some pink in February. I actually ran out to the store and grabbed a couple of things to decorate my bathroom and prep for a holiday spa night. I always try to put that on my calendar in December. And this morning I woke up and I was like, you know what? I really just want to go ahead and decorate my bathroom and set it up. I'm not patient when it comes to getting new home decor. I want to just put it all out. So I thought today I would just put on a cozy outfit, turn on the camera, hang out with you, and decorate a bit. So I hope that's okay with you. Let's get to decorating. I wanted to quickly show you some of the decor I'm planning to use in this space today. Some of these pieces I've had for years and others are new finds. A couple of the items I picked up at HomeGoods just yesterday, including this adorable white gingerbread house and this cute pink one. I'm so excited to find a special spot for these here in the bathroom today. I also grabbed a towel set while I was at HomeGoods, and then I found a couple of candles at Target that I think will fit perfectly in here. Next, I wanted to give you a quick haul of the seasonal bath and body products that I picked up. I found these festive face masks at Target. I have a new fun idea for these that I'll be sharing with you later in this video, and this cute pack of socks. I also stopped by Bath & Body Works, and they have this new scent this year called Snow White Cashmere. Have you smelled this? Let me know in the comments below. below. I also stocked up on some of my favorite lip balms. I grabbed a loofah, a little gift set, and then a couple of hand soaps for the bathroom in here today. And of course, I could not leave without at least one crushed candy cane candle. They also had this adorable candle stand with a sleepy little polar bear. I just washed all of my bathroom towels this morning, so before I start decorating, I need to fold and put them away. I do actually get asked about these towels quite often. They are my absolute favorite bath towel. They are luxury towels, so a bit of an investment, but I truly think they are such amazing quality. They're from Frontgate, and I love that you can monogram them also, which is really nice. I just think it adds such a good personal touch, especially to a space like the bathroom. But I will be sure to have them linked in the description box below, just in case you're interested in checking these out. I really wanted to embrace that winter wonderland vibe from my bedroom decor this season, so I thought bringing these trees in here would add a magical touch, especially at night with just the twinkle lights on. I think it is going to create such a cozy and enchanting atmosphere. I cannot wait to take a bath in here tonight. I have several of these birch trees. You may have seen them on my channel before. I've used them all over my house at this point, but they are originally from Hobby Lobby. Unfortunately, I did not see them there this holiday season, which is such a bummer because I really love these. They do have similar ones online, though the branches are a bit different, and I like these branches personally, but I will do my best to share some links to what I can find in the description box below. I am just using some fabric that I've had from previous seasons to cover the base of a couple of these trees just to soften them up a bit. This fabric is actually just from Walmart, super affordable, but I think it really adds a nice touch to the overall look in here as opposed to using fake snow, because just in the bathroom I feel like that could get a little messy, so I wanted to use something a little softer and I thought this fabric would be perfect. One thing I always look forward to picking up during the holidays is the bubble bath and body wash from Philosophy. It's one of my favorite brands. I found this amazing set on QVC, and if they're still available, I will link it below. I will definitely link my favorite seasonal Philosophy scents for you in the description for sure.
Little bad toys that cuddle and woo, dinosaurs, boats, and kitty cats too. Santa Claus is coming.
This little ornament actually has bubble bath in it, and I thought it would be so fun to hang it on the tree over the bathtub.
I know that Santa Claus is coming. Wake up with a smile, the feeling is right today. Magic in the air, 'cause something is waiting for me.
So I had this fun idea that I wanted to share with you today for this space. I always like to treat myself to a little seasonally inspired self-care during the holidays, and I thought it would be kind of neat to take all of the little spa night items that I found and hang them in my tree, almost like a little spa treat tree for myself. It's just such a fun and cozy way to bring some pampering into the season. I also think this is such a super cute, fun, and pretty much inexpensive idea to do for your preteen or your teenager who loves spa nights also. How fun would it be to surprise them with this little festive holiday tree this season? I think they would love it.
I've been good, but I can last. Hurry Christmas, hurry now. I can't wait to see what's under the Christmas tree for you and me. Oh, little bad toys that cuddle and woo, dinosaurs, boats, and kitty cats too. Santa Claus is coming. I know that Santa Claus is coming. Oh, little bad toys that cuddle and woo, dinosaurs, boats, and kitty cats too. Santa Claus is coming. I know that Santa Claus is coming. Santa is coming. I know. Santa is coming. Oh.
Okay, I changed into some cozies, got my hair up in a bun, got a little fizzy water. Let's do this. Let's get to decorating.
Darling, I get you on my mind when Christmas comes to town. It's getting cold, baby. I just want you close. I got all this joy in my heart, and if it's getting dark.
I think it goes without saying that the first thing I want to put out in here is my Charlie Brown Christmas tree. I'm so excited to open this right now.
I don't need any presents, 'cause I know I have you. I just need you, and I know it will be a magic holiday. Oh, you make it all okay. Oh, it's a magic holiday. Ooh, the rest of
is it more adorable than I thought it was going to be?
In your eyes, that whole world disappears. 'Cause when I'm feeling down, you're there to love me right. Nothing compares to this. It's such a bliss, my only bliss.
Why do I love it so much? Might even kill my bar.
'Cause I know I have you. I just need you and me, and I know it will be a magic holiday. Oh, how you made it all okay. Oh, it's a magic holiday. Oh, the rest just fades away. It's you and me, a magic holiday. A magic, a magic, a magic holiday. A magic, a magic, I don't need any presents, 'cause I know I have you. I just need you and me, and I know it will be a magic holiday. You make it all okay. Oh, it's a magic holiday. The rest just fades away. It's you and me, a magic holiday. It's cold outside, but the fire keeps us warm. We can spend the night underneath the mistletoe. And I've gotten you a present that I put under the tree. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. The snow is falling down, and the storm is on its way. But as long as you're around, everything will be okay. 'Cause all I wanna do is spend this holiday with you. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. I've longed for this moment to have you for myself, in a cabin out in nowhere, just us and no one else. I've decorated everything to be perfect for this week. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. Another year went by, but the difference this time is that ever since July, I've been happier than I have ever been. It's safe to say that my love for you is true. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. I longed for this moment to have you for myself, in a cabin out in nowhere, just us and no one else. I've decorated everything to be perfect for this week. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. Wake up with a smile, the feeling is right today. Magic in the air, 'cause something is waiting for me. Oh, 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 I've been good, but I can last. Hurry Christmas, hurry now. I can't wait to see what's under the Christmas tree for you and me. Oh, little bad toys that cuddle and woo, dinosaurs, boats, and kitty cats too. Santa Claus is coming. I know that Santa Claus is coming. Oh, little bad toys that cuddle and woo, dinosaurs, boats, and kitty cats too. Santa Claus is coming. I know that Santa Claus is coming. Santa is coming. I know, I know.
Hey there! Welcome to my home for the holidays. Come on in. If you've been following along this season, then you know the theme in my house this year is Santa's house, and you cannot get to Santa's house without first going through the North Pole. I decided to turn my entryway this year into a scene from the North Pole, and I started with these beautiful, beautiful flocked 9-foot Christmas trees from Fraser Hill Farm. You can find them on Amazon. I will link them below in case you're interested, but I love these trees. They're so cool. They actually have a bunch of different light settings, which is really fun. You can change them from clear to color. You can do a mix. You can make them fade. You can even sync them to your holiday music. So love these trees here, and they just turned out exactly how I imagined them to turn out. I put a bit of fake snow around the bottom of each tree. I also did a really cozy white rug in the entryway to just mimic the look of a snow white scene from the North Pole. We also have our great little polar bear friend here. He's from the at-home store. I found him there this year. And of course, you have a sign here to guide you to all of the important places in the North Pole. I found this at Kirkland's this year. Thought it was the perfect touch to this entryway. One of my most favorite pieces this year, it's a new piece. It is this grand nutcracker. I have shared him with you in a few videos this season, but if you're just seeing him for the first time, here he is in all of his grandeur in the entryway, welcoming guests in as they come in during the holiday season. All of the large nutcrackers that you see in my home are from Sam's Club, and this guy is holding a snow globe with Clara and the nutcracker dancing around the Christmas tree. So it really sets the tone and sets the scene, I think, for the rest of the house. And I really like that. Come on in to my living room here where we gather during the holidays. This is the space that I like to start with often. However, this year I did start with the kitchen. But this followed very shortly after, and this is where I keep my main Christmas tree, the family Christmas tree, the tree. You know, we have a lot of trees in this house, but this is the tree. It's just lovely. This is a Noble Fir tree by Balsam Hill. It is their flip tree, which I love. It is like the Cadillac of Christmas trees, in my opinion. So easy to set up, wonderful quality. This is the second year that I've had this tree, and it is just as beautiful as the first year. All of the ornaments that you see on this tree are also by Balsam Hill, and the candles, the ribbon, everything. I love Balsam Hill because I'm always able to bring my visions to life each season with their products and their pieces, and they are things that last season after season. The tree looks very collected, very traditional. a little bit grand but understated, and that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted it to be a tree that was beautiful and elegant, but also just looked realistic. That's always my goal with these trees each year. I love this Merry Christmas ribbon. This is the second year I've used that as well. I like taking things that I've had in years past and then reimagining them, and that's what I've done with these ornaments this year on this tree. So it's very similar to last year's tree, but it is in a lot of ways very different, and I'm very happy with how the tree turned out. We of course also have Santa back here. If you watched last year's holiday videos, if you haven't, I'll link the marathon below for you. This guy was the find of the century. I found him at Home Depot for $50, and I could not believe that he was $50, but lo and behold, he was. I did not see him there this season. I tried to find him just so I could link him for you just in case, and I didn't see him there, but I'm still just so proud of that guy. He's really cool. If I had to assume one thing about Santa's house during the holidays, I am almost absolutely certain that he has a train under his Christmas tree. I feel like he definitely has a train under his tree. The dogs tend to love it. Minky, especially this year, has really enjoyed the train, but they like to bark at it, chase it, all those things. I feel like the star of the show truly this season is probably this rug, which I think was such an exciting find. I found this rug on Amazon this year. It is so festive. It was inexpensive. I'll have it linked. I've had a lot of questions about the rug, so don't worry. I will link it. Hopefully it's still available. It's washable, which is really great, but I just thought it was so fun. It adds such a bright, vibrant, festive touch to this room. Definitely the type of rug Santa and Mrs. Claus would have in their living room. 100%. I think the mirror in here is a really nice holiday moment in this room, especially because I was really leaning towards tradition and timeless Christmas decor. When I was imagining my theme and thinking about what Santa's home would look like, how it would be decorated, I always think very classic, but also very collected over the years. And so I tried to bring in elements from different eras and different times that have been carried through season after season. So I found this beautiful banner from Magnolia Home. It's new, but it looks old and classic and worn, and I like that about it. And I thought this was the perfect place for it. Just really finishes out this space. This mirror I get asked about often. This is actually an antique mirror that used to sit in my great aunt's home, and I have it now. So I don't have a resource for the mirror, but I do get asked about this mirror very often, and it is an antique. I decided to trim it this year in this garland. This is from Hobby Lobby. I've had it many years and I really like it. It's got a nice mix of berries and holly. I just added some ribbon to finish it off. My favorite red velvet ribbon that I talk about probably way too much, but it's just my favorite. When you find something you love, you stick with it, and it's inexpensive. It's so easy to work with. It is like a dream, honestly, to work with when it comes to wired ribbon. And then here on my table, I just kept it really simple with this really great candle find, this ornament that I found at the at-home store this year, early in the season, and just some picture frames of me and the pups throughout the holidays. These pictures just remind me of really good times, really good memories. Seeing my puppies in these frames every day makes me smile. We also have our friend Merengue over here, who we lost this year, but we love, and he spent last Christmas with us. So seeing him here is just, it's a nice reminder of the beautiful soul that he was. We miss him.
And deep in our hearts, we will carry a song.
If you've watched my other videos, then you know my living room area here is very open concept. So you have the front area that I just showed you, and then you have this seating area here that's almost an extension of that. It's a little more casual, a little more cozy. I always like to do something special here, especially for the holiday season. This is a gathering place for family and friends around the living room area. I like to do something eye-catching, something that brings people in and makes them want to sit down and cozy up. I do get asked quite often about my fireplace. It is a working fireplace. I just keep candles in here for whatever reason. I always have. I'm in Texas, so we don't have too many cold winters, although I know some of my neighbors the past few days have been turning on their fires, but I don't know. I've just always kept candles in there. So for those of you that have been curious, yes, it is a working fireplace. No, I don't use it often, although I probably should. This year on the mantle, I decided to use this Norfolk garland that I found at Kirkland's. It is 2 strands of 15-foot garland. I could not be happier with how this turned out. I know this garland has been viral for a few years now, and I just hadn't invested in it because I thought, I have so many pieces of garland, so many different types of garland that I've collected over all of these years of decorating. I did decide to try some out, get some this year, and I'm officially hooked. I love it. It was the easiest garland I've ever worked with. I also got the Norfolk wreath to match. This is from Kirkland's as well. I just decorated it a bit with some red ribbon and a red ball ornament. I also decorated the garland with red ball ornaments. I really wanted to keep the color palette in here very traditional, very red and green. So I just let the greenery shine through on its own and added all of these different beautiful ball ornaments in various sizes to the mantel top, also to the garland, and then to the two beautiful cathedral balsam hill trees that flank each side of this fireplace as well. Since this is Santa's house, his portrait had to be somewhere in here, right? I found this one at Kirkland's I thought was really lovely. I didn't want something too large, a painting of Santa that could possibly be in his home or have been in his home for many years. So I really like that about it. Again, Kirkland's, so it was a nice find. These 3 tapered candle holders here are also new this season. However, I feel like you could use them anytime around the home. These 2 are from Magnolia. And then this one is one that I found on Amazon. Magnolia actually had one that looked similar to this, but it was sold out. And I thought, oh, bummer. So I took to Amazon to see if I could find something that was at least complementary to these 2. And I think I found a pretty decent dupe. It's not exactly the same, but the quality is nice, and I'm happy with it. Another thing that I do each season and holiday is refresh this credenza here. It's definitely having a festive moment this season. This sleigh was given to me by my grandmother. She used to have this in her Christmas decor, and when she was finished with it, she passed it along to me. I found these bells at a local boutique a few years ago, and then these naughty and nice lists that you see here, I actually made. It was a DIY that we did together here on my channel a couple of seasons ago. So I'll have that linked if you're interested. And then I have a couple of ornament candles here, and then some old books from my collection. This really neat brass countdown, also from Magnolia Home. I think it's unfortunately sold out now, which is such a bummer because I think it's really cool. I did buy it as a countdown for the holiday season for Christmas, but I'm looking forward to using it on my desk in my office just as a calendar. And then I also have these 2 precious vintage deer that are from a local boutique a couple of years ago, Farmhouse Market, one of my favorite places to shop. On the coffee table in here this year, I thought I would just keep it simple and add a few of the old books that I have from my collection, all in this nice burgundy color to complement the color scheme in here. And then my Santa bust, which I get asked about very often, and unfortunately I don't have a resource to share. He is from Hobby Lobby many, many years ago, and I have not seen him there since. My mom and I both have him, and hers looks beautiful in her home. She puts hers on her piano every year. Hobby Lobby, you've got to bring this guy back. People want him. We have made our way to the dining room where I plan to entertain this season. I am hosting a Christmas dinner before Christmas, so I have the table set, and I know a few people had asked me about my Christmas menu over on the dining room videos, so I will be sure to share that in an upcoming video this month. I'll share my menu. It's pretty simple. It's just a 3-course. It's a dessert, a soup and salad, and then the main. But I will share it with you if you'd like to see it. You may notice right now there's an orchid in the shot, and this is just real life, honestly. I move this orchid often just to film, but this orchid that you see here is about 7 years old, and she's my oldest plant, and I love her dearly, and she likes this room the most. This is where she thrives. I keep her in here, and I'll be honest, I just didn't want to move her out of the window right now. I usually move her when I'm sharing my holiday decor with you, but in reality, she lives in here. One of my absolute favorite holiday traditions that I hold most dear is getting out my Christmas tree spode collection that was once my great aunt's Christmas tree spode collection. I just feel so fortunate to have it and to be able to continue the family tradition of setting the table with it every holiday season. If you had to ask me what my favorite part of holiday decorating is, it's a very, very hard answer because I would probably say about 12 different things. But in reality, getting out the spode and those pieces that are very sentimental to me is my absolute most favorite part. It's the part I treasure the most about the holiday. I have her collection here, and then I also have her beautiful Christmas tree, which I know some people had mentioned that I'm missing the star at the top, and I never realized. So I guess I'm gonna have to go in search of a star for my tree. We need to find one. If you are familiar with the Christmas tree spode collection, then you know that there's a lot of holly detail on quite a few of the pieces. So I thought it would be nice to add these holly wreaths as accents on the back of the chairs, just to kind of complement the spode. So that's what I did. I found these wreaths at Hobby Lobby and these sweet little red bows on Amazon, and just attached these wreaths here with a pin. Very simple, very easy to do. And then we also added this tree in here this year. This is a Balsam Hill Silverado Slim 9-foot that was in my entryway last year. I think this is the perfect size tree for this back window. It really just finishes out the decor in this space. Again, this is a very open concept area, so if you walk in the front door, you really can see all the way to the back of the home here. And if you look through, this is what you see. These red velvet curtains that I like to hang each holiday season, and this beautiful tree. I'm looking forward to entertaining loved ones in here this season, and for them to just come in and enjoy, and us to eat, and then all sit around this table and play games, because that's the best part, I think, of holiday dining, or the board games that come after. I'm quite competitive. For my long dining room table here this year, I really just did my go-to, which is this garland that I have been using for many years. Long before I was on YouTube, I've had this garland. I think it is originally from Hobby Lobby, but this has kind of always been my dining room table garland, and it's seen a lot of love. It's kind of getting worn at this point, but I think it's still going strong. I just put it down here. There's 2 pieces. And then I added some simple gold tapered candle holders from Amazon. They come in a set, and then these tapered candles from Target. I know some of them are crooked right now. If it's bothering you, I'm sorry, but I promise to fix them before people come over for dinner. I just also added in some red ball ornaments here to keep that design, carry it through from the living room to here and to the breakfast area back there as well. I think that's something that really completes design and really makes it nice and thoughtful when you keep that consistency and that flow through. And it really just needs to be 1 or 2 elements, whether it's using the same ribbon all throughout the house, or just using an element like red ball ornaments all throughout, or certain types of greenery, things like that. Whether you're doing a very simple minimalistic design, or you're doing something more maximalist like I like to do, I think it just really elevates the look all around, no matter what your style or your taste, when you pull those elements through your space and keep them consistent room to room. All right, we are in my kitchen. Well, let me rephrase. We are in Mrs. Claus's kitchen right now. My theme for this year being Santa's house, I could not miss the opportunity to decorate the kitchen as if it were Mrs. Claus's kitchen. So that's what I did, and I really let my imagination run wild in this space. I thought, what does Mrs. Claus's kitchen look like? It is probably full of amazingly beautiful and delicious gingerbread houses and cookies and pastries and all the things. I really embraced the gingerbread theme in here this year, from the shelves where I have all of these fun gingerbread houses I found at the at-home store, to the cookie jars that I have in here. I get asked about these jars just about every season. I usually have them on my hot cocoa bar. I haven't done a hot cocoa bar this year, and I wasn't really planning on it. I asked you all on Instagram if I should, and a lot of people said yes. I don't know where I would actually put my hot cocoa bar in the house this year. If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments below where you think I should do a hot cocoa bar in the house this year, because I don't know where I would put it. I would love to share that. So let me know in the comments below if you think I should add a hot cocoa bar and where it should go this holiday. But back to the cookie jars. These are originally from Walmart. They were such a good find, but it was several years ago that I found these, and they haven't had the same design since. But they do have really adorable cookie jars this year. I think I saw a snowman for sure. It was really cute. I was just in there the other day. I think some of the most fun pieces in this room are these gingerbread cookie wreaths, and we actually made these. We did a DIY in my kitchen decorating video. So if you're interested in learning how to make these cookie wreaths, they were so fun, and I think they turned out really, really great. I will have that video linked in the description box for you. Something I get asked just about every time I decorate my kitchen for a different holiday or season, because I tend to go pretty decor heavy on the countertop here. But I always get asked, where do I cook? Where do I prep my food when I fill my countertops like this over here? And it's a very good question. And I always forget that I don't often show my island. So I have a very large island here, as you can see from me to you. It's quite large. I usually keep it clear just like this all the time. Sometimes I do an arrangement or something fun down at the end over there, some apothecaries with snacks or treats or something. But most of the time, this is all very, very clear and clean and ready. I think my kitchen scale is even out right now. I did not clean the counter off because I didn't plan to show you any of this. But to answer the question, where do I prep and where do I cook? This is a really good like cookie baking area, you know? But in case you were curious, that is the answer to that question. Okay, let's head upstairs so that I can show you the rest of the decor that I have out for this season. I was about to take you upstairs when I realized I did not talk about this area, which is one of my favorite moments down here, especially this coat rack. I love the coat rack with Santa's coat. If you've been here for a couple of seasons now, you know Santa helped us decorate in 2023. So I have his coat and his hat hanging here. And then some reindeer bells. They didn't make it in my video. I ordered these from Amazon to hang on my coat rack, and I've hung them here because they've arrived. But when I filmed this area, I didn't have them yet. But I thought that would be a fun little element to add. And then of course we have the key to the North Pole here as well. Santa drops his keys like the rest of us at the end of the day and takes his shoes off, his coat and his shoes. I need to get some boots and put them right down here, and that'll really finish it out. Moving on, the railing here, I don't have too grand of a staircase, so there's not a lot of railing to decorate in this house, but I do like to add a little bit of garland and jazz it up a bit. So this year, since I went with the Norfolk on the mantle, I decided to just continue that through here on the stairway as well. The mantle garland is from Kirkland's, but this is from Amazon, and I think it's also a really great garland. I did double it up though. I believe these are 9-foot pieces. I'll link what I purchased down below, and I think it was 9 feet if I'm remembering correctly. But it comes in a set of 2, so I bought 2 sets of 2, so there's 4 pieces total. And then the ribbon that you see is just a simple, beautiful velvet from Walmart that I found. Hopefully that's still available to link. Whatever I do on the mantle in my home each holiday season, I try to mirror that here in some way, shape, or form. So whatever garland I use there, I'll use here. Again, so it keeps that continuity throughout the space and throughout the design. Okay, let's head upstairs to my little winter wonderland. Come on, let's go. We are in my bedroom, which this season is a bit of a little winter oasis. I really had a vision in here, and the vision was just peace and tranquility with a little bit of winter magic thrown in. This is my most favorite tree in my home, which is a very bold statement because I think I have, let's see, 8 trees, but it truly is my favorite tree in the house. The tree itself is just beautiful, but I love all the ornaments. Everything you see here is Balsam Hill, from the topper to the tree collar down at the bottom. It has been so incredibly peaceful this season to wake up in this room, turn the tree lights on, see the sun come through the window, and just have some quiet, beautiful winter moments with my pups. It's been really, really nice. I do feel like the tree in here is just extra special because it's kind of just for me. This is my private space, and setting something up like this in your bedroom for yourself is just, I think, such a form of self-care and self-love during the holidays, because we decorate for our families and our friends that we welcome into our homes, and we make everything magical. And I just think sometimes it's so important for us to give ourselves a little bit of that love too, and do something for us, something just special. So this tree I did just for me, and I really love how it turned out. A few things I get asked about: the giant ornament at the foot of the bed, that is from Fraser Hill Farm. I also have these ornaments from Fraser Hill Farm on my front porch. The quality is just incredible. They're beautiful. They're made for outdoors, but we all know that I like to put outside things inside. So white deer at the foot of the tree are from Kohl's, I believe, quite a few seasons ago. These deer here, I've been asked about a couple of times, these beautiful glitter deer on my nightstands. These were from my grandmother. When she changed things up and she was going to get rid of them, she asked if I wanted them, and the answer is always yes. The bedding is a home goods find. The sheets are new, sent to me by Bella Coterie, and I mentioned them in my video, and oh my goodness, they have been a dream. And it's so nice because this bed is so fluffy and cozy and warm, but these sheets, because they're made of bamboo, are quite cool and nice and light. So they're the perfect combination, in my opinion. This blanket, which is the throw blanket that I have at the end of the bed, I took it off to show you up close because I didn't mention this in my bedroom video, but the quality of this blanket is incredible. This was just an Amazon find. It's a mink style blanket, but it is cozy and soft. I've actually pulled it off the bed several times for movie night and used it. I feel like it's a dupe of some very expensive blankets, but again, it's from Amazon, so it wasn't very costly at all. I'll link it for you in case you're interested. This would be a fabulous Christmas gift for someone. But look at this thing. It's got a nice weight to it too. It's a little heavy, but not too heavy. You know what I mean? It's got a little bit of a weight to keep you nice and cozy and warm. I don't think my Winter Wonderland bedroom would be complete without continuing the concept on into my bathroom this season. So let me take you in there and show you how I decorated. So this is my winter bathroom. I did set it up with the intent of making it festive for Christmas, but it's really turned into something more that I think I can enjoy throughout the entire winter season. I decided to use these birch trees in here that I've had for quite some time. They're originally from Hobby Lobby. Unfortunately, I have not seen them there the past couple of years. It's been hard tracking these down and something similar. So if I can ever find anything, I will always come back to the description box and update you with links. They twinkle at night, and it's just so calm to come in here and take a shower or a bath and just unwind at the end of the day, take my makeup off, and it's a really nice experience in here right now. I'm enjoying it. If you're wondering what this is because you missed my bathroom decorating video, this is my little holiday spa kind of personal treat tree. I just decided to decorate it with some spa items, things I could pull off the tree and just have a fun spa night. I really think this is a fabulous idea for a teenage girl or a preteen that loves self-care and all those things during the winter months especially. What a fun surprise for Christmas. If you're curious about all of the spaces that I've been sharing here today, I do have dedicated decorating videos to each one, and they will all be linked in the description box below for you. So you can always check out more there if you have any other questions about the space. Hopefully those videos answer them for you. Okay, so that's about it for the home tour. But before we go, I thought I would show you the front porch really quickly because I don't think I've shared it here yet this season. I didn't do too much here. Well, I kind of did because I threw a nutcracker and a couple of giant ornaments here. But other than that, I just kept it really traditional with some garland trim, a few simple pre-made bows that I found at Walmart this season, and then a couple of my 7-foot pre-lit, maybe they're 7.5 foot, I don't know. I put them in some urns so they sit up a little higher, but these are just pre-lit, inexpensive trees from Walmart that I've had for many years that I stick out here on the front porch. They seem to do okay in the elements. We also have a couple more beautiful large ornaments from Fraser Hill Farm, like the one in my bedroom. This is just like the one in my bedroom, and then this one is a little bit different, but these are absolutely beautiful. They have LED lights on them, so at night they're even more beautiful. But I love these out here. They give my very small front porch a very bold statement. And then of course I have one of my nutcrackers. This is actually the very first nutcracker, that large nutcracker that I ever purchased from Sam's Club. So I've got him out here. He's very loved. He's still dusty from last year, I think. But thank you so much for visiting me in my home today and this holiday season. I just want to take a moment and tell you how much I appreciate you for being here on my channel, being part of this community. It would truly be nothing without you. So thank you. It is such a joy to be able to bring you in and share a little piece of my world with you. And I'm just so appreciative that you allow me to do that. So thank you. I will, of course, see you again very soon in the next one. But until I do, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and happy decorating.